guys. Make sure everything's on. Everything's checked. Everything's checked. Alright. Alright. Make sure the sound's good. Just check something real quick, guys. Alright. Turn up the volume a little bit more. Alright, this works. Alright. What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to Tony's Gaming Channel. Welcome back to the channel, guys. Like, subscribe to the video, post anything in the comment section below, and let's get right to it, guys. So yesterday, no, I think it was Saturday. What was it? Saturday? No, last Thursday we did a live stream with Jill Valentine, part 6, I think. I think that was either part 5 or part 6. And this live stream is gonna be part 6 or part 7 of the original Resident Evil series. Okay, guys. So I can fix my camera, guys. Alright. Okay, so fix my camera, guys. What's for you? Okay. Alright. Without further ado, sit back, relax, watch me play, guys.
Resident Evil.
Yes, sir. Oh, what do you? Oh, I remember this. Put on my simp glasses. Alright. Alright. Alright, we unlock with the wolf medal and eagle medal, right? So that. Alright. It was this way, right? No. Wait, which way was it? Where is it? Oh yeah, I think it's this one. Just like this. Let me grab some of these blue herbs to put inside the box. Oh, that was your decision.
Every time he stepped on the camera, but then he just disappeared. There were no scandals, no meltdowns. He just quietly faded
show you this.
It's not like look at it from a different look at it. Show me one person that ever wore a dress. Then he showed his range and said presidents playing a soldier turned armor with real pain behind his eyes.
That's so funny. The baby.
And in Love Jones, man, Lorenz had living in a chokehold. That's the rules. Mark C. This is
Alright, and piece of chicken. Next thing on
he was armed. Black men respected him, men looked him. He had talent, charm, and wasn't out here embarrassing himself or the culture. He wasn't caught up in drama, didn't have any scandals, and wasn't chasing attention. He just acted and he did it well. Then suddenly, nothing, no huge fall off, no controversy.
not dead.
He said, what? He just kind of disappeared.
There we go.
And he was happy with his next step, and then it was like
You waited.
and that's unreal because usually when a star fades out, there's some big mess behind it. Rehab, lawsuits, career staying. But with Lorenz, there was none of that. Now, Lorenz is still working here and there, but he never got back in that spotlight he used to own. So what happened? Well, let's just say it looks like that Williams was proven right once again because there are
Seems like somebody used
Lorenz started turning down certain roles that felt disrespectful and stereotypical.
There's a switch we pushing this. Oh man. June 8, 1998. Dear Ada, Ada, by the time you read this, I'll be something different. Today's test turned out to be positive, just as I expected. I feel like going crazy when I think about becoming one of them. Ada, you're not infected. I hope you never will be. In case you're the last one left, take the material in the visual data and go to the power room to operate the triggering system before you escape, and make all this public through the media. If everything is in order, all the locks can be opened by the security system. You can access the system if you log in with my name from the terminal in the small lab and enter the password. The password is your name. To unlock the door at basement 2 where the visual data room is located, you'll need to access with your names first and then enter the password. I've written the code below. Blah. I'm sure you'll understand it easily, and this is my last hope if you find me completely changed. Please kill me yourself. Please kill me. It doesn't even make any sense. Password. Let me write this down, guys.
Throwing money at actors playing the same urban trauma characters over and over. Why? Because just like Spike Lee said, Hollywood is comfortable with black pain and dysfunction. It sells, it's safe, and it doesn't challenge power.
Alright. What is the password? What is researcher's letter has been filed.
But a self-respecting black man who won't sell out his own for a check, that's dangerous to the system. That's someone kids might look up to. That's someone who might start calling them out. And they can't have that. So yeah, they'll give you one Denzel, and even he had to be 10 times better, 10 times more controlled, and never slip. And Lorenz Tate didn't disappear because he wasn't good enough. He disappeared because he didn't play the role they had written.
I think
And
that's
this is the thing that
okay. So
has been sounding the alarm about for years.
tree apple man woman. Alright, let me see if I can put the code. So this okay M.
People used to laugh it off, saying Cat was crazy or bad. But now folks are circling back and realizing he was telling the truth. And that's exactly why they tried to shut him up.
Whoa. Okay, so I think it's mole, right? Yeah, mole. That's the password is mole. Alright. Can you still look at it? To see anything. Can I move this? Oh, there it is.
It's not like that.
There's a
Look at
switch.
it from a different way. Look at it. Show me one person
Now I
that
can probably
ever
look.
wore a dress in Hollywood unsuccessful. That's how you understand.
Yeah, now I can see.
But Cat went deeper than that, and he actually connected all this to something
Tree
strange.
apple manual.
Basically,
Yep.
he started talking about how the industry isn't just corrupt, it's dark. And he connected his whole trust ritual thing to rumors about Baphomet worship on the elites. According to Cat, it's not just about putting on a dress for a role. It's about
They're white.
sacrifice, control, and submission to
They're
a
not
power
gonna
that
tell
goes
you.
way beyond Hollywood.
20 years ago.
Of course they're white. Of course they're marketing. They wanna call that shit a nope, 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 nope. Oh, yeah, he did. Like, is he dead? Like, yeah. I'm like, is he dead? Ha ha ha. You did.
Now, connect that to Loren's tape. This is someone who had the talent, look, the respect, everything. But he just disappeared. Not because he wasn't good enough, but because he probably got to that door and walked away. Lorenz himself hinted in interviews that he didn't go off. He walked away. He refused to sell out and didn't take the But see, Lorenz didn't just walk away from Hollywood's name. He also started talking and saying the kind of things that make the industry uncomfortable. He spoke out about something most black actors are pressured to stay silent about, the pay gap. Despite all the talk about diversity, equity, and inclusion, Lorenz made it clear that black actors are still being underpaid compared to their white counterparts, even when they bring the same talent, same box office draw, and audience loyalty.
This computer is used to open electronic locks. Will you turn it on? Yes.
This is the kind of draw Hollywood doesn't want to hear about. They expect black actors to be great, take on television, smile for the cameras, and never question the system. The second you start speaking on more fairness or power, they start pulling strings behind the scenes. Just ask Taraji P. Henson or Monique. The moment they spoke up about being undervalued and underpaid, they were labeled cold, ungrateful, or hard to work with. Meanwhile, white actors can negotiate for millions and get
Wait a second,
praise
guys.
for knowing their worth.
Okay. Was it? Yeah, it was John Ada, right? John.
Are you thinking about it? I'm just tired of working so hard, being righteous at what I do, getting paid a fraction of the cost.
Hey.
I'm tired of hearing my sister say the same thing.
Keep me working.
Well, you work a lot. I have to. The math ain't that. But Lorenz Tate didn't stop at talking
Was
about
it
just
Mo, right?
paychecks. He also pointed out that just putting black faces in leading roles and cutting them a check isn't enough. The real problem is who's behind the camera, calling the shots, picking which stories get told, and which ones never see the light of day. As long as that power stays in the same hands, nothing changes. Because
Alright.
representation without control.
It was Mo. See about basement 3. Yeah.
But Lorenz Tate didn't sell out, and that's
Did we
the
unlock
sad
so
part.
many
He
basement,
didn't
one
win the
basement?
game, didn't bow down, didn't
What the
trade
hell?
dignity for deals, and the price, they cut him off.
Unlock so
Most
many
offers dried
doors.
up. Big studio roles stopped coming in. Media stopped covering him. He went from leading man to ghost, not because he lost talent, but because he wouldn't let himself
I think
be
this is,
controlled.
yeah, this is unlocked. Look at that. Hey, got the control on me.
And this is why Hollywood didn't just cancel Lorenz, they buried them quietly, like they do to anyone who refuses to be a puppet. That's how they do it when you're too clean to spare, but too strong to manipulate. But now the truth is coming out.
Alright.
Capcom
Umbrella Incorporated. I want you
See, no
to.
matter how much they try to suppress the truth, the system knows the real consequences of prevention. Lorenz Tate didn't just come up with these schemes, and now the truth is
The dog.
So let me hear your thoughts on
Cerebrus.
why Hollywood
Cerberus. Whatever
do
that
you
is.
think Lorenz said he was rich or expensive? Is it
Shark.
just about being a failure?
Mutated
Or
shark.
is it even deeper than that? Leave your thoughts in the comment section.
The sea monster. MA 12100. Mm-hmm. Okay. T-002 Tyrant. Oh wow. Haven't met this guy before. Bioweapon Research Institute, R&D staff. I wonder who's on the far right. I wonder who that was. I wonder who that was with the black sunglasses. I wonder who he was.
This is your World War III update.
Alright, what else is?
Delivery today. I'm a little under the weather. The show must go on. Brain fog or not. If we can't do this during peacetime, how the hell are we gonna do it? Now I received a message today from somebody who's high up in a U.S. hospital, and they're telling me that hospitals are getting ready for mass casualty events. Now, this would corroborate with what we're seeing coming out of Europe, where they're preparing for something similar. I'm going to read you the email that has been rearranged, and I'll be speaking in generalities because I want to preserve this individual's
That's not it.
I also want to talk about what's going on with the conversation around Ukraine and
Yes.
Tomahawk missiles. In the last few days, we've heard Trump, Vance, and
All
the
of
special
Azizel's
envoy
questions.
Ukraine,
The most retarded question of them all. Is this key useless? Yes.
talking about it once there's a debate about whether or not it happens immediately or not. It's a nudge in that direction to get ready for this, and it's also being used, I think, as a signal to Russia that there is a willingness there to take things to the next level. Once a Tomahawk missile falls on the Kremlin, you can bet that somebody's getting $1 billion to get somewhere. I don't know where they're going to put it, but I have a sneaking suspicion it might be outside of Europe. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about the increase of sperm tanker activity that has been detected in and around Europe. A real heightened sense of intelligence and recon being conducted around Leningrad, if you see, increased activity in the Indo-Pacific, then for all we know, just like when they attacked Iran the first time, they had all those stealth bombers flying in that direction to make it appear as though they were doing something else, but really the other guys doing something else. So I talked about all the data, and
Yay.
but first I want to share.
We take the flame rounds, yes.
Because I think it's quite pertinent. Now, again, I have to speak rather ambiguously because I don't want this individual to be identified, even though the information I'm providing is really not classified.
Actually, yeah, let me say
And it's no different than the info that's coming out of both France and Germany, as well as several other
like the way how it types, like
develop their capability to deal with mass casualty events, presumably as a consequence of a large-scale war between Russia and Europe. So this individual works in a senior position.
Oh, I didn't even see that.
Institution. Okay, so this is no bullshit. They, according to them, they have not received anything like this.
Sir, it's coming in.
It's unprecedented with the exception of COVID.
Bulletproof vest coming set.
They sent an email that states they need to be ready in the next 1 to 5 years to take on mass casualty events. So 1 to 5 years. But they suspect that the timeline is being really optimistic and that they're really kind of just sussing out to see what the current adaptive
Actually, let's go to the other way.
their surge capacity and absorptive capacity, which is supposed to be, a certain amount of beds in hallways or in the cafeteria or wherever. And so that's how many, in an emergency, how many patients could that hospital take? That's really the question. So it could be that they're trying to mitigate potential panic by saying 1 to 5 years. And of course, this would make logical sense that you're always going to likely to make sure that this message is not triggering mass hysteria. You want to extend those timelines a bit. I'm sure I used to do social psychology, and there's certain numbers or certain gradations of increases in sums that you don't notice. So, for example, maybe 3 years, people psychologically get too spooked by that. But if you tell them anything under a year, that might trigger some sort of response, which might be disruptive. So, yeah, it's very possible that when they say 1 to 5 years, I would lean towards the 1 at the very least. So, this basically took the form of a government readiness survey asking major hospitals if they can receive mass casualties. Now, I've heard of many, I get messages all the time from people who are, in their city councils or, they work in some capacity in emergency management planning in their city. And many of these cities are starting to get prepared for these events. It's not just something that's limited to hospitals. This is taking place all across the United States, but of course it's happening under the radar. So we can speculate that this has something to do with conflicts, possibly even domestic instability, civil unrest, but there's no real firm attribution to any given event that they're doing here. They're just speaking generalities. They need to have preparedness for mass casualty events. The adaptive capacity of hospitals
Fuck.
is and typically it would even be enough to, like, if there was an actual full-blown nuclear exchange, you're on your own. So that is why you need to have your own emergency medical kit and training, advanced first aid at the very least. There's a lot of things I would recommend. There's courses that you can take. We have a friend in the channel, Dr. Timothy Chad, provides a course on advanced first aid
so annoying. We have to move this box there, then we have to put the stairs up here. Annoying.
If you can stop with lead, really you can manage infections. It's a big part of just staying alive for a lot of these situations.
Of course not. Are you gonna do it the last minute?
Anyways, so we got
No. You're gonna do it the last minute.
saying that those prescription medications.
Alright.
Let's keep going.
Alright.
It's saying that President Trump is likely approval
Is an airship.
strikes
Yes.
inside Russia. Okay. To me, this is just like, it's Monday, right? I mean, I've been saying this since day one.
Music's so eerie.
This is gonna get
Wait guys, let me turn off the air.
hadn't anticipated, but I've been telling you since day one. Trump is the World War III president. We go tomorrow. He's going to be meeting with all of the generals, right? All right. So you have Rubio, Trump, Vance, and Kellogg all talking about no sanctuaries inside Russia. So nothing's off limits. Now Ukraine still needs approval. They're saying it's presidential approval, but I'm pretty sure that the president is so busy that he's not making targets. He's delegating that to somebody else. And so, who knows what targets are being selected on the basis of what. Tomahawk deliveries are
passcode.
under consideration.
it.
The Kremlin
Fuck.
says they wouldn't change the war,
I wrote
but would
this.
find direct U.S. involvement. And of course, these, like the F-16s, are nuclear cables. We're seeing this insidious mission creep towards normalizing the use of nuclear-capable weapon systems at longer and longer ranges inside Russia. And while this is all happening, well, the Russians are, getting used.
Fuck, I didn't even see that.
Systems, they have to be on a much higher state of nuclear readiness because even though they probably know there's a 90% chance that the U.S. is not going to use a nuclear weapon on them, they must always assume that because it might just be a convention right now. It might just be an exercise, especially in light of widespread exercises going in the region. And now you have this Eastern Century which acts as a convenient smokescreen for a potential jump off point for a decapitation strike. The Russians have to be exceptionally careful. And they're going to be threading needles from this point forward with respect to how they navigate this situation. So the Tomahawk will be a ground-launched cruise missile, and they could be actually delivered by a variety of different mechanisms the Ukrainians already have at their disposal.
Been here before.
Time over range is 7 kilometers. And I believe they can deploy by, I'm not sure what the type of vehicle it is.
Facts. Alright, I'm not reading that.
So I would not be surprised if we're not months away from actual Tomahawk deliveries. Transatlantic movements, we have dozens of USAF KC-135
Right, I'm not reading this.
headed towards Europe. So
Some
the
shit.
operational
I'm not reading that.
reinforcement base
It's just unimportant.
the operation, getting ready for something big. NBC is reporting that the U.S. is preparing major
Passcode 1, that's why
airstrikes
it declares the
across
Lord that you
Venezuela
have one
on
son.
cartel infrastructure.
Your only son, Genesis.
Proposed a deal today. They're calling it a big deal
So ridiculous.
between Israel and Hamas. However, Hamas later chimed in and said, we haven't seen this deal. So, this is one final grand scheme of Israel and the United States to make it look like they're brokers of peace, good faith brokers of peace. And Hamas rejects the deal.
We got it. Yeah, we need the other ammo disc.
To, just go berserk, I suspect. And this is part of the reason why
Is it here?
they now
Right here.
have expanded their THAAD launchers from 6 up to 10 to 4 more THAAD launchers. These are launchers that they use to intercept the ballistic missiles from Iran. Okay, this is the world's arguably
Got other ammo discs.
missile defense systems in the world. Very limited supply, and the ammo is even in shorter supply. So that's big
5 more minutes, guys, on this live stream, and we'll call it a day. Okay, guys? Call it a day. 33 minutes. Damn. Playing for 33 minutes. Holy shit.
New record highs once again today. What a surprise. Zelensky is touting a $9 billion weapons package, which might include tomahawks as well. Long fuel lines continue inside Russia and a variety of places across Russia.
We gotta do this all night.
We have the USS Gerald R. Ford in Norway for exercises. Heavy NATO ISR tankers over the Baltic, Leningrad, and the eastern flank.
Wait, I think we unlocked it, right? Let's come back. Yeah, I'm not doing it shit.
Denmark EU summit on security is going to be escorted by France, Germany, and
Pascal too.
Sweden. We're sending troops.
I will surely bless and make your descendants as numerous as stars in the sky and as sand on the seashore. Your descendants will take care of possession of cities of their enemies. Oh, of their enemies. Ooh. All right. All right. The enemies. What? Fights, arguments. Okay, bye.
Zelensky is calling for the Russian shadow fleet in the Baltic. No sails. Alleges links to drone attacks on Denmark and Norway despite no official attribution or evidence. And Romania is planning to reach
Let me get the Air Force aids.
This one I'm going to put the a special video on is for bunkers. Mines and mountains are being repurposed as ultra secure data centers. Professor Roger, producing it, announcing it, producing it. It's going to be a long it's going to be a tough one. This guy's really smart. You guys probably seen some of his videos. Professor Roger, and he talks about game theory and
It's like Let's go 3. And through your offspring, all nations on earth will be blessed because you have obeyed. Genesis. Tricky. guys. I think I'm gonna call it right here, guys.
Now,
Ow.
let's talk about what Trump has to say today, and that's why we're reporters. If the sentiments of violence had changed enough, let's start with
They got some good names.
President
Yeah.
of France, and France is currently running nuclear drills with the
Okay.
United States.
Let's save right here, guys. We save flowers.
Okay, well, we just
Yes. Alright. Alright, guys, I think that's it. Okay, guys. Okay, so, what's today? Today's Monday, right? Okay, guys. So, tomorrow, we're gonna do Drill Resident Evil live stream playthrough part 8. Okay, guys. And maybe next week, or maybe Wednesday, we'll get started on Chris Redfield's live stream. Okay, guys. Okay, so I think that's it for today, guys. So thanks for being with me here, guys. Like, subscribe to the channel, post anything in the help section below, and yeah, that's it, guys. See you guys tomorrow, guys. Blah. The blah blah blah.